again, and welcome to the Mobile Minute. I'm Lee Barnes, CTO of Utopia Solutions, and today we'll be talking about the top 10 questions to ask mobile tool vendors. The mobile test automation tool space is in the wild, wild west stage. It seems everyone has a tool, and they all have slick demos that show a test executing seamlessly across mobile platforms and devices. The reality is that these solutions use a variety of approaches and technologies, and very few address the big picture view of test automation. Taken at face value, they all might seem that they will work well for you. You need to dig a level or two deeper in order to get a short list of prospective vendors. To that end, we've developed a list of 10 questions that you should be asking to better prepare yourself for the selection process. Number 10, is your tool visual or object-based? Visual tools interact with mobile devices using visual methods such as text and image recognition. They have the advantage of interacting with the entire device since they interact at the device video/screen level versus being tied to a specific app. However, visual tools are generally more unreliable in identifying UI objects. In addition, many require that devices be jailbroke. Object-based tools interact directly with application UI objects using native properties and methods. Because of this, they are much more reliable in identifying and interacting with UI objects. However, they require that the application under test be instrumented. This also limits the tool to interacting only with the individual application versus the entire device. Number 9, does your tool require jailbreaking? Many early mobile test automation tools require that devices be jailbroke or rooted. The issues associated with jailbreaking devices in order to test them is a topic of a separate debate. However, if you're going to make an informed decision, you need to have this information. Number 8, what mobile platforms does your tool support? This may seem like a relatively simple question to answer, but as is often the case, the devil's in the details. It's important to take this question a level further and understand the strengths and weaknesses across the platforms it supports. The inherent differences in mobile OSs can result in vast differences in the usefulness of tool features from one platform to another. Number 7, does your tool provide remote device access? Even in situations where everyone is in the same building, getting physical access to devices when you need it can be challenging. Not to mention uncertainty around the state of the device that has been passed around from tester to tester. These issues are compounded if your team is distributed. Remote access to devices is an important feature for mobile test automation. Number 6, can or must your tool integrate with external scripting engines? Some tools have their own proprietary scripting language and IDE. Others only provide the capability to touch the device and must be driven by an external engine. If you have a large investment in test automation for traditional systems and want to extend that to mobile, you want to get as much reuse out of your existing knowledge, skills, and tool investment. In this case, your best fit will be a mobile test tool that can be driven by your current automation solution. Number 5, does your tool integrate with our test management solution? If you have a mature test automation solution that is integrated with a test management tool, it makes sense to extend that same approach to mobile. Number 4, how strong is your company? It seems new mobile test tool solutions are popping up every week. Some are from established companies, some are from startups. It's important to include the company's ability to support your long-term needs in your decision. Try to understand what their customer base looks like, what their product roadmap looks like, what investments are they making in R&D. Mobile technology is evolving at an incredible pace. Your vendor must be able to keep up. Number 3, how quickly do you support new mobile OS releases? Your customer base will be using new OS versions as soon as they're available. You need to make sure your apps are ready. Unfortunately, some vendors have a lag in supporting new SO versions, especially if they require jailbreaking. Number 2, how does your tool support executing across diverse mobile platforms and devices? Executing a single set of tests across multiple mobile devices is the holy grail of automation, and most vendors will tell you that they support that capability seamlessly out of the box. You need to find out which box they are talking about. There is not a silver bullet here. Independent of the vendor, you're going to have some work to do. You need to understand what capabilities the tool brings to make that job easier. And finally, number 1, will you assist me with a proof of concept? Implementing test automation on mobile is not the same as traditional systems. Self-guided tool evaluations will be time-consuming and less than effective. You know what your requirements are. A tool vendor that is willing to assist you in proving their solution can satisfy those requirements tells me a lot about them. Most importantly, they are confident in their solution and they have the resources to support you now and into the future. And that does it for this episode of the Mobile Minute. Hopefully we've enabled you to better navigate the wild, wild west that is the current state of the mobile test tool market. Again, I'm Lee Barnes, CTO of Utopia Solutions, and I look forward to seeing you again soon on the Mobile Minute.